for episode 33, Chris Cleveland.
All right. First question. Tell me your name and who or what you are.
Okay. Chris Cleveland. Who or what I am. I'm a husband to Mackenzie. And I'm a dad to Kingston and Parker Joe and Chase. I am a mess and a work in progress and like the sum of a lot of failures and some successes and just trying to figure it all out and not screw up my kids in the process. In my life, like still married and a decent dad, I think.
Tell me something you don't like about yourself.
Oh gosh. I probably care what people think a lot and like don't care at the same time, which is a weird paradox to live in. I want people to like me, so maybe I try to get them to. Maybe, I don't know, that's hard. I can get lost in myself really easily, in my head. I miss moments and reality and like what's happening now, because I'm worried about I'm future tripping, or I'm worried about what's happened or going to happen. So I have to be really mindful to be present. I'm not great at that. I have a tendency to be selfish in those ways. Not with stuff. Like if somebody needs something, I'll give them whatever they need. But with attention, I can be really selfish.
Do you know why?
No. I think maybe some of it is like things that I learned how to do to like preserve myself as a kid, and like some of the stuff that I grew up in. I had a really good like home. My mom and dad were awesome, but there was like some craziness and abuse that happened like in our extended family that trickled down, and then I think I went into like self-isolation mode. So make sure I'm good, make sure I'm the best at all of these things, perform and do well. And so it was like, okay, I have to play music the best, or I have to be the best basketball player, or I have to be the best at this, and that will kind of set me apart. And so it all kind of came into me only caring about myself. And it honestly took like 7 years of marriage and almost running it to learn that about myself.
Tell me something you like about yourself.
Oh man. I think I'm a pretty nice person. I think. I hope. I can get along with people really well. And it doesn't matter like who they are or what their background is or what like social or class standing they have. I feel like I can connect really well with people. And maybe that's like from the traveling that I've done and just the different types of people I've been around, but I can hang out with people from all different backgrounds and find some commonality with them. I genuinely like care about people, I think. Like genuinely, I want good for people. I think I'm a pretty good dad. I think. Try to be a good husband. I don't know. I guess at some point, and I think about like the men that I've admired in my life, my dad or my grandpa. I'm like, what were the good things that they did? And my grandpa like worked hard all the time. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And my dad has kind of done the same. They were just decent, like steady people. And so I think that's kind of what I try to be. I think I'm okay at that.
All right, let's say you leave here and you die on the way home
Okay.
before you've had a chance to say goodbye to anybody. Well after the funeral, all the eulogies, all the nice stuff. What part of you, just like your dad and his dad,
Yeah.
what part of you do you hope lives on in the people that you affected and knew?
Stays. Oh gosh. I was reading a book the other day, the book I was recommending you before this, and talks about like nothing really dies. You think about death in such interesting ways. There's little deaths every day that we experience, disappointments or changes of season. Death can also be like the beginning of new life. My bushes out front have to die in the winter, and then they come back, and now I'm mad because I have to trim them. So I wonder if, as I think about like me, I think there's parts of me that they won't die, and I hope that some of those parts spring up each year in my kids and my wife. I honestly, gosh, I just hope that people get from me that, like, to be honest, to be real. I hope my kids are just decent people and they get that from me. I hope that you talk about like a funeral or that stuff, and when people, like if you came to my funeral and you had something to say to me or about me, that my kids would go, yeah, that's my dad. And not say, oh, I didn't know that version of dad. Like, or if, some other person that didn't know had something to come and say about me, that it just all lined up. I hope people know that I was consistent, decent, kind, loving. I don't know. What else can you be? That's it?
Good job.
Oh, man. Right on.